Hello, got another song here. Finally have a little bit of time to catch up on some overdubs, so I'm going to start with this one. I always like to review whatever notes the producer sent beforehand, and this is what he says. Only notes I have is for the solo, probably to lean more melodic and emotional than shreddy. So that means like not a guitar solo, more like another hook or another part. Not to say it can't have a spicy moment or two. Okay? And I could maybe hear an electric lick of some kind following the drum fill going into chorus 2. So there's a drum moment going into chorus 2 that I need to check out. First, I'm going to lay some basic chorus parts, and starting on chorus 1, I think I'm just going to do something dry. Here I've got, so here's guitar just straight in the amp. It's the Analog Outfitters Sarge. And I am in the key of G on this. I checked the key, I wrote my chart, and I'm ready to go. So I'm trying to decide if that's... I feel like I could stand to goose that a little bit. It got a little bit dark. That was my XTS boost. It's just a totally flat, no EQ kind of boost. So it's hitting the front end of my amp a little harder and kind of getting a little woolly sounding for what I'm going for. That's the Son of Kong no EQ side. To me, it adds a little bit of top end brilliance. I'm gonna try that, start there. So here we go. That just sounds so dark and thick. Maybe today is wrong Guitar Tuesday. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm way from where I need to be. So I was in drop D, half step down, drop D flat. So everything's got to come back up. So I get everything quickly in the ballpark, and then I kind of stretch each string, just making sure nothing got hung up on either end. And then I fine tune. Hard to go wrong there, hard to beat a jangly telly. And listening to this again, so listening to this, the drums, they're pretty big sounding, so I feel like I can be aggressive even though this leans a little pop, it still wants the oomph in the chorus. So let's see what happens here. That was the moment. So there's that drum fill. Let me mute what I'm doing in here. So it's maybe I jump on that on the rhythm guitar. Everything drops out in the bridge. I'm going to get out. Cool. So I made 2 edits in there, punched into 2 spots. So let me crossfade. There's one. And the other. So I kind of visualize that's not going to be up in the mix, that's going to be back. I kind of visualize that being in the center, and then 2 guitars that are simpler, playing on either side of it. So just playing simple diamonds. And I kind of think at least one of them could be this guitar as well. Or maybe it's my gold top. You can make the way you stretch your strings musical too. Just the important point is that you are pulling on them to make sure they're not hung up when you're tuning. Anything you can do to minimize the time that it takes for your strings to settle and to stay in tune is a big benefit. Okay, let's hit all three choruses with this guitar real quick. Double as we go. Cool. And maybe these guitars jump on that drum fill pattern coming into chorus 2. So I'll go from there through the solo, and remember everything drops out in the bridge, so I'm out, and then I'll double that section. There it went again. There it was. Home stretch, last chorus. Let me in. Oh. Okay, I want to catch that slide. Let me in. 1, 2, oh. he fades that track out so quickly. I'm still gonna let mine roll as long as I feel like they might want it, because I don't know that that's the final move on that fade out. If it's gonna be that quick, I could just mute my guitar after a couple more beats and be done. But if they wanted it to go longer for any reason, you know, there are some like parts in this track that are doing something like that. And a common thing is that as a diamond rings out, that keeps going on the keys or the electric or whatever. So if I just gave them too short of a diamond thinking that that was going to be the final thing, and maybe they wanted to have something trailing off and needed the diamond to hang out longer, they wouldn't be able to. So here they can fade, and I'm giving them the option, even though it looks like they don't need it. So, all right, final double of our electric part. Let me in. Oh. That last hit doesn't look like it's ringing out the way the other one is. I'm gonna punch it. That's better, for whatever reason. So, one other thing I noticed is that right before that outro, there's a diamond at the end of the chorus, but it cuts off at beat 4. You listen here. Everything's supposed to be off at that drum hit. So I'm gonna fix that on my second guy. There we go. I gotta pick up the telly, do the same thing. For that, just gonna triple check all my crossfades. Let's grab that one. Tail pass. I need to remember, I think I had the Son of Kong on there. So let's see here. That's correct. Grab that spot. There we go. So with the track up a little hotter, you can hear. It's nice that the guitar is cut out there, so gotta be paying attention to stuff like that. It's a dangerous line of work. You get things wrong, people never call you again. So now I got an idea for a chorus part that I can do pretty quickly. Man, it's kind of warm outside and my noisy heater's turning on. I'm gonna turn it off real quick so y'all can hear what I'm doing. $72. Yeah, I kind of like that. Not sure what pickup I want to use. I need to turn down these 3 big rhythm guitars though. I know that much. Man, I got one guy that's just blowing me up. I think there's 2 kinds of people when it comes to texting. The first kind of person writes everything that they need to say and then they hit send. That's the way I do it. The second kind of person writes, "Hey man, send. How you doing? Send. I got this song. Send. When do you think you could hit it? Send. I'm kind of in a time crunch. Send." All of that could have fit in one text, right? But it's like they want to make sure that you get the messages as soon as possible, so they're gonna make your phone buzz like 9 times in a row. It's just kind of ridiculous. I love the guy, I really do, and I'm happy to work for him. Okay, here comes that part. One more time again. You don't say emotion. It's melodic. I don't feel like it's fighting the vocal. And it can sort of hang over the turn. If you notice that turnaround, it's got a... I could play that, but the vocals are doing it. And they're kind of down. It's the old woes, chorus of woes. W-O-A-H-S, not W-O-E-S. Very different woes. So, all right, second chorus. And I'm going to turn these other guitars down even more, just so this really pops. I can tell what's going on. Cool. So what I did in the outro there, just hitting diamonds that sort of follow the... Maybe I put that in the solo as well. There it is. That note. That's better. So obviously there needs to be a solo, but there also needs to be some verse 2 stuff. And I don't know that the intro and first verse need much from me. I might do a full pass of just sort of pads and things. But I think the next spot I want to tackle is verse 2. Just see what I can come up with. So far I have 4 guitar tracks, and they're basically all chorus, except for that first track that I played on the telly. I did do some mutes. Do you ever intentionally wait to respond when someone blows your phone up? Like, does the hey, send, how are you? Send, I need you to do this. Send, can you do this thing for me? Send, 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 send. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should not reward that kind of quasi-manipulative behavior. But at the same time, these are people I work for, often. So, I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, I guess. All right, verse 2. Let's see what we can do in verse 2. No, not there. Right here. That's all it needs, really. So the cool thing about doing stuff at home like this is I can give a lot more tracks. Like if we were cutting this on a session, this is like an indie release, meaning the artist is not backed by a label or a publishing company or a financial investor of any kind. So those kinds of sessions, you typically don't just do one song for the whole session. You do a lot more than one song for those kinds of sessions typically. So in a very short amount of time, I can move around the track however I want, stack whatever parts I want, and get done with it quickly and send off like 6 or 7 guitar tracks. I've got the telly playing full chords in the chorus and doing the mutes in verse 2. I have 2 gold tops playing just 2-note power chord, stereo left and right, and then I have that high. So that's 4 tracks, and now this is my 5th track. Like I'm going to be sending a pile of tracks, and the challenge of doing this kind of stuff on a session is that you don't have time because you're tracking with 5 other people or 4 other people. Everybody's taking the song top to bottom together, and then you do a playlist, and then if drums and bass are cool, maybe you fix a spot, everybody fixes a spot or 2, and electric will stack a second part, acoustic will stack a second part, keys will stack a second part, drums will stack percussion of some kind, whether it's a shaker or a tambo or both. And so you get a couple tracks out of each of those chairs. But if you've got the budget to pay people to give you more stuff at home, songs that are like this, that are kind of a pop thing, that are really locked to the grid, and there's production, and the song's mostly done when it's sent to you, I feel like the client gets a lot more for their money when each of us does this kind of track at home by ourselves, because we can really dig in and zero in on the chorus and decide, okay, well, I'm going to have 4 guitar tracks playing in the chorus, and it's going to be nice and full. Even if they're going to be tucked way back in the mix, I'm still going to give them those tracks. And then the verse 2 thing, that's on its own track. That can just be the lead guy. Maybe I take the solo on that track. Yeah, let's do that. So, what do you say about the solo? More melodic, more of a part, and emotional than shreddy. Not to say it can't have a spicy moment or 2. All right, seems like a fine line. Yeah, let's see here. I've got the Son of Kong on. Okay, just the nobles. It's a pedal called the Broadcast. That sounds more like guitar solo tone guy, but I'm going for a part, so I want like a little bit more boosted than just a standard overdrive. Do I want a delay? Probably. That one's pretty loud. Just turn it down a bit. All right, see what happens. So I'm catching myself wanting to sort of take off toward the end and trying to restrain myself, and kind of screws me up a little bit. Let's turn some of these other guitars down again. I'll playlist it. Oh, I can turn the track back down too. I turned it way up so you could hear that drum moment going into the last chorus. Maybe this is an angry telly guy. I feel like that's kind of already, that move, it's already happening all chorus, so solo needs to be a scene change from that. So I'm going to try doing something different. I like that a lot. Let's listen to it. It's melodic, it's repeating, but it kind of gets a bit spicy without being like shreddy at the end. Send that one, see what he says. That's the thing, is this is not a closed, well, got what you got, sorry. This is always open for revisions and anything else that the client, the producer, might be hearing. You know, oftentimes you'll play something that makes them think of something else. Oh man, could you please just do this one thing? I've got one tiny fix. You played this awesome thing, it made me think of this other thing, and I'd love to hear it. Great, you know, you can come back and tell me that, and I'm happy to do it. So let's try a track of something that's sort of consistent from the beginning. I think this will be my final guitar track. I think. Who knows? Might make me think of something else that I want to put on there. Getting a little bit of sitaring action on that string. That seems better already. Maybe there was just some fuzz. I mean, the amount of dust that you get underneath the strings all the way down here, it's kind of amazing on a guitar. And you know, some of that is sitting in your saddles and whatever, so a little sitar sound might just be from that, you know, and it might help you just to sort of move your string around in the saddle, pop it out, pop it back in. Okay, so the top, a track for the whole song. That's what's funny. This will be my 6th guitar track, and at home, that's my first one that I'm going to play from the top. There's something already doing that sort of pulse through the whole thing. I don't feel like I need to redo that, but maybe there's like a really pad-y, vibey version of that I can do. This might be way too much, but we'll see. I'm turning on my timeline and my Mercury 7, and I think I'm gonna stay on the middle position of Jazz Master. I might. Well, I don't know. So let's see. Let me find a different track. Pull it back to 72. And I'm going to use wah. Maybe dot the delay. So I guess it's kind of similar to the first part, to the other thing that's going on in there, but this can, you know, when I get to choruses, I can kind of open the filter. See what happens. Not sure about that pattern, because the one is going, the one that's already there over both chords. So maybe mine needs to be different. It might just not need this part too. That's what I need to do to tie this into that other part. sentiment, but maybe not with the wall. Back to my pulse part. So in the first chorus, I went. And then I went to the broadcast, turned off the wah and the nobles. I did that in chorus 2. I just wonder if it could be. Let's try that. I like putting a move there in the middle of the chorus that sort of helps lift into the back half of it. Because the back half goes down to the minor, and we want it to take off. I like that a lot. Second chorus. Man, I'm gonna go back and do the first chorus one again because I like it hanging out a lot longer. Okay, now let's fix that chorus 3. Okay, I thought it might be a little tougher sounding if I played that intro part I had an octave down. It's weird. tucked in, adds movement. Cool, I think I'm done. So, well, done recording parts anyway. What I need to do is clean up all my tracks. Never send people a mess to sort through. If you are intending a punched spot to be crossfaded, then you need to do it. You need to take care of all your crossfades. You also notice that there were huge parts of that last track that I didn't play at all. And if you listen, here's the soloed track. It's a Jazzmaster. Nothing happening. There's just bars and bars of buzz. So I'm going to cut all that out. Oh, there, I touched a string or something. Random noises. So that's my job to... Goodbye. It's gone. The parts that I played are still there, but I'm cutting out around them because they don't want to have to, you don't want to have to leave that for the people who are hiring you. And if somebody, whoever's mixing this, if they're going to add any sort of compression or EQ, it can really exacerbate those kinds of noises and artifacts that are sort of inherent in guitar tracks, especially single coil guitars like a Jazzmaster. So I'm just going through and deleting dead space in my tracks. If I'm not playing and I'm waiting for a section, that dead space is gone. Something fades out like this. So that's ringing. Cool, about right there. Now I cut out what follows because it's just dead space. Right about there, it just turns to hum. So, you know, I'll leave the tails on all of my tracks. So I'm gonna scroll through the whole thing. Another little spot. That's a long decay, I'll leave that alone. Okay, here's a full measure of dead space where I was waiting to start playing. Cut that out for a chorus. I'm just looking at all the tracks as they go by. What can I get rid of? What can I leave? So here's the end of a part. That's got a lot of gain. That's the telly. So that needs to be pretty quickly gotten rid of. And that's even loud. So I'm gonna put a little fade on that and see how this might be a little quick. I want to get the two. That's good. Okay, I've got them all going out to bar 59. Okay, time to name them. So that wah vibe track, there was the lead track that has the verse 2 fills. Telly, dime, well, I'll just call that telly. And then this can be gold top, right and left. And then the chorus counter melody, I'll call that a chorus hook. So yeah, I'm sending off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guitars. And in Pro Tools, there's this nice thing where you can select and drag the entire file, hit Shift Option 3, and you have consolidated all your tracks, and it and it transfers what you just named them. All those tracks are now named that. So what I do is I go into my Pro Tools session folder, find this producer's name and the track name where I created the session, and in audio files, now I look for chorus hook, gold top one right, gold top one left, lead, telly, and that vibe track. Those are all highlighted. I compress them together. It's done. Song title, JO tracks. And then I put that in I have a Dropbox outgoing folder that I upload all these zip files to. Copy the Dropbox link, reply to the email, paste, thanks a ton, and I'm done. I guess we're just under an hour. We'll see what they say. Have a good one.